Today marks 1566 day of daily lessons, daily reflections. And today I'll speak about meaning. I think this is one of the most important words because when you have meaning, life becomes joyful, blissful, more happiness, more appreciation, more gratefulness. And I think that we need to seek meaning. But sometimes we do not know what to seek for. So I think that today we'll share six meaning places where you're able to find meaning and build meaning because you don't find meaning, you only build it. But if you don't know how to build it, of course, it's going to become very, very difficult. And I think that people get lost looking for meaning and they never find it because you're not supposed to find meaning. You're supposed to build it. So today we'll share six things that we're able to build to really make sure that we're able to have meaning in our life. Number one, and this is sometimes easiest one, and for some that might be even hardest, but responsibility. Someone depends on you or something depends on you. I think that's extremely important that you really are accountable, dependable, and you're responsible for somebody else. Because I think that when you really have, at least in my life as well, when I think about responsibility, being able to serve other people really gives meaning, and I even work harder. I think that is something that's not maybe the best. I need to learn to really value ourselves enough to be able to really serve ourselves as well and responsible for ourselves. But I think that it's much, much easier to really serve others and be responsible for other people and really find meaning in that. And I think that's the beautiful thing when you find meaning in being responsible for somebody else. Number two is purposeful suffering, choosing the pain. It's interesting thing that if you don't choose a pain, or- and there is a pain that's random, that it will lead to suffering. But if you choose pain, that will lead to growth. And this interesting thing is when you choose pain and you choose that growth, most likely, you will need to experience less pain and less suffering. Now, will there be some suffering and pain that you're not have able to control? For sure, there will be some random things. 100%, every single person will experience that. But I truly believe that if you choose some suffering and you find meaning in that, and if you find meaning in growth, that means that you'll have less painful experiences because you will be able to be more comfortable, more courageous, more confident. You will be able to take care of things better, and of course, that will not lead to pain later. Number three, competence and progress. That's where the meaning is. Getting better at something real. Getting better at something real. That's very, very important, is real. Because we can get at getting better at almost anything. And my mentor always said that don't get good at something that do not matter. Don't major in minor things. That meant, but what it means is that we need to major in major things. So when we think about our life, we need to have clarity. What are the non-negotiables? What are the major things? What are the real things? What are the real deal in our life? When we know those kind of things, that means, of course, we want to develop competence through progress. And we find meaning in developing that kind of competence in our lives because I think that there is no meaning in developing the skill sets that doesn't add value to nobody, just maybe a marker that you're able to have some kind of skill set that really doesn't give value to anybody, just you. Number four, truth and integrity, and really living without lying to yourself. That's the true meaning. I think that you're able to find meaning just by living true to yourself. I think that when we do not live in alignment based on our values, based on our aspirations, based on our vision, at that moment, I think that it's very, very easy to lose meaning whatsoever because the skill sets, everything what you do is outside of your meaning. Even the passions that you potentially do, all the dreams that you pursue, might be outside of who you truly are. So if you want to really develop our meaning, we want to make sure that we have truth about yourselves. about ourselves and we really have integrity to do the right thing for ourselves and not being able to really be alone for a season or lonely for a season until you really develop relationships where you're able to be who you truly are. Number five, connection. And again, this is as where you're able to be who you truly are because we need to have connections, but not comfort only connections. I think that it's easy to have connections at the surface level, but we need to nurture those relationships. We want to get deep depth in that relationship, being able to have that relationship give and take, to be able to really have contribution to each other. I think this is very, very important to understand that we need to have relations where you are seeing each other, you share struggles, you share values, contribute, complete each other, you cover your strengths and weaknesses, that you're able to work together and really achieve massive success. So I really love what I learned from John C. Maxwell is that when you really add 1 plus 1 in math is 2, but when you add 1 plus 1 in human minds, you're able to even 11 because there's so many ideas, discussions that you come out just on two minds when they're able to really complete and contribute to each other. And I think that's a massive meaning booster in your life when you have those nourished relationships. The last one, I think that's something that's even the most important one, and that's is transcendence. And that's something bigger than you. What I found is not always, but what I found is that people who do not believe in any transcendence, in generalization, when I generalize people, I would say that they have more tendency to go to become narcissistic people, self-absorbed people. Because transcendence gives you an option to understand that there's something more than you. That humbles you, gives humility, and that is one of the beautiful traits that every single person could have. And I think that transcendence gives meaning because through transcendence, you understand about service, about legacy, about contribution beyond your lifespan. And those are extremely important topics to consider. And when you consider those topics, where is your legacy? Where is your service? Where is that humbleness? And where is that transcendence in your life? I think that's a beautiful way to really develop that meaning in our lives. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.